What's happening? What's happening, everybody? We finna get busy. I got a lot to give you in a short time to get it to you in, but let me just show y'all how this thing gonna work. We're about to take off, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm going to stop this right here. I'm going to stop this right here because I just wanted y'all to hear that first line. And why I love Africa Bambaataa and that song, the first line says, it's time to chase your dreams. Get up out your seats. Let's socialize. You can do everything but scream. Now, I have been getting hit, well, not really been getting hit, but a lot of people have been asking me exactly what is digital target marketing, DTM, the course that I created and put together over 5 years ago. And they want to know exactly what it is. And I don't think I went into a detailed explanation and reasoning for DTM. I think I just put it out there. So let me tell you what DTM is. Digital Target Marketing, ladies and gentlemen. That is what DTM stands for. And my program shows you how to specifically target the clients and customers that you need in order for you to make and generate a passive income, setting yourself up for a revenue to replace your job income. And how do we do that? We do that, ladies and gentlemen, through the platforms of social media, which I teach you how to cover all social media platforms. And I hope that everyone can hear me. In doing such, let me make sure I get my audio set correctly so you guys know exactly how we are doing this. Yes, everything is rocking and rolling. So through digital target marketing, I show you how you can set and get your customers digitally. Now, and I'm going to show you exactly, just to give you a glimpse on how we improve that number or improve your numbers to bring in clients. Now, the biggest part, and let me tell you guys this. The biggest part about my system is I show you how to get foot traffic. Now, making money is easy, and you guys have heard me say that before. Making the money is easy, but you have to have traffic flow. You have to have product, but you also have to have traffic flow in order for customers to look at something. Now, if you think in the traditional sense, under the old paradigm of doing business, you would have to open up a building, get a building, open up, stock that building with product, and then you would have to advertise in order for customers to know that you're in business, and then in order for them to spend their money with you. Now, in the digital space, and this is what we call the metaverse, you still have to have a product or a service for people to know about. But by us using the platforms of social media and the internet, this is what has greatly enhanced our ability to get those customers that we need and that we want and provide the service or the product that we have. Now, it is true, ladies and gentlemen, what's on the internet stays on the internet. I need to check this because people are coming in and popping out. So I want to make sure that everyone can hear and it's not dragging or lagging. I'm just going to pull this up on another system of mine to check those numbers. Check that. Now, we have the platform and we have the product, we have the service, but we need to also have the foot traffic. So my system is designed to open up the floodgates to have foot traffic. Now, if we have something, the marketing principle of it is you still have to have the ability and know how to market said product or said service. Let me check this system real quick, ladies and gentlemen, because I want to make sure that everyone gets this information because it is important. So now, under the old paradigm of doing business, you have to have a building, you have to have product, and you got to have somebody to be there. Now, in this digital space that we have, and I'm checking the sound, so you guys be patient with me. I want to make sure that everyone can hear me. Um, we showed you through the marketing principles on how to market that. Now, the science on social media is 3 seconds to gather somebody or gain someone's attention span. And that's the time that it takes for someone to scroll through their news feed. So the marketing principles that we bring in is that we want to make sure that um, you have, we teach you the science of colors, how to make your posts and your ads attractive, the wording, the fonts, the what we use. Now, social media only gives us 30 seconds on majority of all platforms, and you have to build that up to 30 seconds, a minute, or going live to get more time to advertise your business. So we go through these, and what we do, we teach you how to do all of this, make your page more attractive. Now, what I'm going to show you today is how we go into the back door of social media platforms to expand our reach to not just people in our news feeds. Now, here's one thing that the majority of people don't know. When you are just posting on your regular Facebook page, when you post on your regular Facebook page, your post only goes to your friends list. How many people are popping in and popping out? I need to make sure that this works. They can hear me fine. But maybe you guys can catch it on the replay. So anyway, we show you in DTM how to expand your reach past your few friends that you have or your few followers that you have on your personal page. Now, the first thing you have to do is if you do not have a business page, if you do not have a public figures page or a celebrities page or an influencers page, this will not work for you. Everybody nowadays is trying to go viral and they don't know why they're not going viral. It's because mainly you don't have a business page. And if you don't have a business page, a celebrity page, or public figures page, or an influencers page, and that page, even then, you have to be certified or verified. You will notice on a lot of celebrity pages, you'll see that blue circle with the check in it. That lets social media knows that you have the adequate amount of followers. You have the adequate amount. You have to qualify for different things. And I spoke about this on other platforms to where you guys will know how to get all of this done. Now, I'm trying to get my business page up so I can check this sound because people are popping in and they're not staying, so I'm assuming that the sound is off. But once you get those up and running, and let's go to this. Okay, now to get those pages, you have to have a certified page or a business page, celebrity, so forth and so forth. Because just trying to do this on your own personal page, you will not be able to open up these same doorways and these same systems to go in here and expand that reach. Now, I just want to make sure that I check this sound. Okay, so the sound is great. So now, here we go. I'm going to show you guys how we can expand that and get your reach beyond just your friends list. You have to do these things in order to, whatever you're selling or whatever service you're providing, you have to do this in order to expand your reach beyond your regular friends list. You can post all day long on your personal page, and it's just going to go to your circle of friends. That's it. But in this space that we're in, we want our product. Now, if you have a service, it's kind of hard depending on how far you want to travel to provide that service. But in my space, I have products and I want my products to reach all over the world. If you remember these numbers, ladies and gentlemen, so Facebook has 4.9 billion people. That's on Facebook alone. TikTok is the new kid on the block, which I was late getting to TikTok, but TikTok has now surpassed 800,000 people. So this is why we use these platforms because of the reach. Now, I want to give you guys a little bit of background because the first one to start dabbling and dabbling with this model was Walmart. Walmart, even though it didn't get on social media plans like they are doing now, because they're making a push and a play to go up against Amazon. But back then, Walmart said, "We have the followers," and just paraphrasing this, we have the customer, we have the foot traffic, but we want our manufacturers to provide us the product, and we're gonna you got to now here's the thing, because in a traditional brick and mortar building, you have to buy what they call shelf space. So Kellogg's pays Walmart so much money to have shelf space to put Kellogg products on, right? But then Walmart came back and said, yes, we have the space. You can buy the space from us. We have the foot traffic of the customers coming in to buy, but we are not going to pay you until the customer pays us. Ooh, let that sizzle in your spirit for a minute. For a business, the largest retail company in the world, to be able to tell manufacturers, we're not going to conduct business like other people do. Because normally you would have to pay for the products and then put that into your store and then wait for the customer to come in and buy it and you get your money back. Now, what kind of power and leverage you have to have in order for you to go to manufacturers and say, we're not going to pay you until after the customer pays us? This is when we first started finding out and hearing terms as other people's money. We're going to make other people pay you. Ooh. So as it is into this new digital space, which is not really new, it's been around for a while, but into this new digital space, and especially in the world of drop shippers. Now, in between the Walmart's play and the MLM play, now MLMs, which I never, you guys will never hear me speak bad about MLMs. They had a solid business model. They made a lot of people a lot of money, and they have set a lot of people free. But in the MLM space says, well, now follow along with the plan. First, Walmart says, we got the customers, we got the people. You're going to put your stuff in our stores for free until they buy it from us. And then we'll pay you at the end of the month. MLMs come in. MLM says, okay, we're going to connect our IBOs, which they call independent business owners. We're going to teach them about moving product straight from the manufacturer straight from the manufacturer to wholesalers to the IBO. And then the IBOs will sell to the customers. But the difference in that model is we got to get other people on our team to make money as well. So now, solid business plan, solid business model. Now here comes the digital marketing space. All of these businesses, all of these entities had to rely on marketing strategies, and they had to have foot traffic. In comes the digital space. This is why we like to have a lot of followers on our business page. Now, advertisers or manufacturers and wholesalers, they see us having a lot of followers and they are saving money. Ooh, listen to that. They don't have to market. They don't have to spend advertising dollars because we have the followers and we connect the followers based on our influence. This is when you hear the term social media influencer. Our influence with our audience base. If we have a product, it's easy for us to sell because we have those followers, and based on our reputation and our credibility, they will buy from us. Now, think about all of those levels or people that have been eliminated now. No advertising dollars, so no marketing companies. No more going to the newspapers or magazines and all of this kind of stuff to add. That's a lot, hundreds of thousands of dollars being spent just in advertising on a hope that somebody will see that ad and then be enticed to purchase. Now, they spend more money because you just can't advertise in one particular periodical. Now, think of all of the newspapers across the country, all of those circulars that you get in the newspaper, and then they spend more money by putting those circulars in the regular mail. Now, strategically, they always put always put advertisements in Wednesday's paper and Sunday's paper. That's why those two newspapers are the thickest out the whole entire week. And on top of that, they bombard your mail with the same circular or the same advertisement. Now, that's a lot of money for a company to spend. Now, ladies and gentlemen, into this digital space, we have millions of people that have 10,000 followers. Million, 10,000, 100,000, million, 2 million, 8.9 million. Kylie Jenner, ladies and gentlemen, and you guys have heard me talk about her before. She was the first one. She's the only Kardashian that don't have any talent at all. Period. She's not an actress, a musician, or not. But her influence. If you can look up on any of her pages. She's on everywhere. Social media. Instagram is her largest. But with that kind of power and following, her following power, her page is now being she's billed as a public figure or celebrity. So she's already been certified or verified that that's who she says she is. And now she has the power to command $250,000 from any manufacturing business company that's out there because they know that she has a following that wants to be like her, or they listen to her when she says, "Hey guys, and look at these new Chanel shades that Chanel just sent me. You guys ought to go down to Neiman Marcus and get you a pair." Or wherever. She doesn't particularly advertise a certain company to go get them at. But this is why you see in a lot of our descriptions and posts, it says description or link is in the description. So she already has a direct link and connection to Chanel. So when they click on the link in her bio, they go right there and buy those shades. And this is how those companies know, well, we can deal with Kylie Jenner because she has a following. Now, whatever amount of money they have made, they just need to get their 250 back, which they will, because a pair of Chanel shades, ladies and gentlemen, you're talking about almost $1,000. The cheap ones might be 400 or 500, but now you're starting to see how this works. So we take all of those principles from the old paradigm, and apply that to this new paradigm. We don't have to have a building, so we're not limited to 2 bills. I remember when I first started with my first leather shop, I was constantly busy and constantly doing the work, but I have 2 mortgages, two of every utility. Plus, I have to have insurance on my building. And on top of all of that money, I had to go in and make sure I had spent enough money and have enough product for my customers to come in and shop. So I was always busy, but I wasn't seeing the money coming in because as fast as I get it, it's going out. Now, into this new paradigm in this digital space that we're in, we took the principles of the MLM, well, not so much, because the only products that we purchase and house or keep is for mainly us or for us to do a content video. Now, in the beginning, now the manufacturers that we have already have content out. So we just copy that video and post it, and we put our spin on it. Here it is in the marketplace, making it attractive and colorful and using the right fonts and all of this because there is a true thing called the science of color. Let me explain. When you go to Walmart, let's just hit this cereal aisle, and this is one that I like to use all the time, especially when I'm speaking. Those colorful boxes of cereal are not for you, the parent. Those colorful boxes of cereal are for the children. This is why they use cartoon characters in their cereal boxes or on their cereal box. You don't see a real lion for Tony Tiger on the box. You see a cartoon character. Why? Because as adults, if some of us still watch cartoons, but the biggest population of cartoon watchers are children. So those colorful boxes with the cartoon characters are for to entice your children, not you. And then next time you go into a grocery store, I want you to watch and look the setup of how they are on the shelf. All of your expensive, colorful boxes of cereal are down by their waist and below. Now, that's not for you, ladies and gentlemen, to make it easier for you. That's to make it easy for your children to go and grab a box. Because when they see Tony Tiger, or when they see Toucan Sam, or when they see the Lucky Charm guy, they can go grab it and say, Mama, I want some Lucky Charms. I want some Fruity Pebbles. And then it's a battle between the parent and the child at that moment. Because all of the nutritional no good cereal is eye level, where you can see all of the Raisin Bran. Look at it. All of the Raisin Bran, the Cheerios, the Special K, all of that's eye level. And they bland colors. I think Special K still got that white box. Raisin Bran still got that blue box with the raisins on it. Children don't want to eat no Raisin Bran. They don't want to eat no Cheerios. They want that sugary cereal from them colorful boxes. That is where the marketing strategy, that's all involved in the science of colors, the bright colors, the cartoon characters, the fonts are real big. A child of any child across the world, I cannot tell you every character on every cereal box, and that's probably even before they even got out of kindergarten. Why is that? Strategic marketing. So we take those same principles and apply that into this digital space, and we show you how you can make your post or your ad colorfully attractive to make somebody stop. Now, again, you only have 3 seconds to make somebody stop scrolling. Click onto your ad. Now, it gets even deeper, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not taking time anymore. It gets even deeper because now that we know the science of colors, we know how to make our post attractive. Now we use another system that teaches you how to digitally target and find the customer. Now, the saying is, what's on the internet stays on the internet. That is true. As a digital marketer, we teach you how to find people through their keystrokes or what they have searched for on the internet. As long as they have a computer attached to that IP address, they could have searched for your product or your service 10 years ago. It's still on their system, it's still in their search engine. So, be it they look for it on social media or not, Google is now connected to social media platforms. This is why every time you save your password on a Google page, or not even a Google page, but every time you save your password through Google, it attaches everything that you have keystroke, typed, and searched for. So if I am a person who is selling jewelry, I love to talk about the paparazzi model because I've had one of the biggest, fastest growing paparazzi IBO on my podcast before. Miss April Lemon. You guys go back in and watch that. She's on there. Phenomenal story. So paparazzi has this jewelry, and what they do, they go live, showcase the jewelry. Great business model. A lot of people are buying their product. It's $5, ladies and gentlemen. $5. They buy it from their system or their company, and then they ship it to them, and then they go on and they just advertise. Now, the difference in that is through this digital space that we're in, we show you how to bypass going to the company and purchasing, and we connect you with the manufacturers themselves. What's ever made, ladies and gentlemen, you can eliminate the shipping. I mean, not the shipping totally, but you can eliminate all of these middlemen, and we connect you. We actually teach you how to find reputable manufacturers. Now, there was a hiccup in the beginning stage when everybody was ordering from overseas in China, and sometimes it was taking weeks, sometimes months for people to get and receive their merchandise. One reason behind that was China is so large, 1 billion people. We had to go back and revamp and find reputable market manufacturers in China that can get our shipping out within 3 to 5 days. Now, it's not like ordering off the Wish app. See, this is one thing that you can't do because a lot of people they try to they get on to the manufacturer's site and they see how cheap it is, and they just want to go to the cheapest manufacturer, not knowing or understanding that some of these people are making this stuff in their huts or houses or in the jungle somewhere. And it's going to take them at least a week or two for them to hike out of those mountains down to a major city or get to a major area to where they can ship it out. And then this is what puts your shipping on delay. So now I teach, and other people may teach in their programs too, I teach you how to find reputable manufacturers who can get your product out in a timely manner. Now, then some people have come in and said, well, if you still drop shipping from China, you losing out. You know what happened, ladies and gentlemen? China now has come in and put manufacturing warehouses in the US. Same people, but it has now sped up your delivery time. Now, the difference between this digital space and any other business model is we can ship straight from the manufacturer straight to your door. This is what a term drop. We drop our order and the manufacturers, ship it straight to you. Now, so you can understand this, and then we're going to get right into how you can increase your sales. Through this space, manufacturers are saving millions of dollars because they don't have to advertise. That's what we do. They don't have to do any marketing. That's what we do. And if all they got to do is ship it, this is why we get a lot of free shipping. Talk to them, Robert. Let that sizzle in your spirit. Imagine if wherever you bought your car from, imagine how much money you could have saved if you could have, let's just say you have a Chevrolet. Imagine if you could have just went straight to Detroit and got your car, truck, van, whatever have you, straight from Chevrolet without going through a dealer. How much money would you have saved? Because along the way, everybody has added their cost. So to put that car on a car hauler, you got to pay that truck driver to drive. Somebody got to pay that truck driver to drive all the way from wherever the manufacturing house is to that dealership. Then the salesman, he has to get paid. Well, first, the owner that got the car from that dealership has to get paid. And then the people that's working under him has to get paid. So all of this money adds up, and you just put on another $20,000 onto the top of a car. So instead of paying $50,000, you probably could have bought it straight from the manufacturer for about $25,000. Make sense? Makes sense. So, how do we get these customers, Robert? I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to show you guys the quick way because, again, this will not work. You will not see this on how to get into the back door to expand your reach past your friends list. Mm. One tool, that technique that we use is called the power of the hashtag. And I'm just going to drop that to you for free. Now, let's go back to the paparazzi example. For every paparazzi person that watches and follows my page, I'm going to give y'all some free game. The next time that you post, you should hashtag jewelry, hashtag necklaces, hashtag earrings, hashtag rings, hashtag bracelets, hashtag paparazzi, hashtag IBO, hashtag entrepreneur, hashtag business owner. Ooh, that's some free game, right? When you use hashtags, ladies and gentlemen, hashtags are those keywords that people have typed into their computer and searched for those particular items. Now, when you create a post, your post will go to their news feed, and they didn't even ask you for it. And it's not spamming. Why is it not spamming, Brother Robert? I'm going to tell you why. They have already asked for it. Even if it was 10 years ago, it's on their IP search engine. You can't get away from it. It's going to come to their phones, it's going to come to their laptops or their desktop system. Another way is if they have friends and they might have clicked onto something that related to jewelry on their friends page and they liked it and they read it, social media records what you click on and what you watch. Think about that. This is all a part of the deal with Homeland Security and NSA. If you think about it, ladies and gentlemen, you ever been on your news feed and it pops up people you may know? We take this information. Now, I'm giving you the bread and butter of it. If you go ever on your social media and it pops up people you may know, why does the algorithm suggest people you may know? And then it tells you what mutual friend you have in common. Because the algorithms is set up this way. If you are my friend, and the science tells us through sociology, through social behavior, I should know people that you know. Now, this is the difference between the computer world and the actual world because just because I have friends that you don't know, and you have friends that I don't know, but the algorithm says I should know them because I know you. Mm. Oh man, somebody. But that's not always the case. But this is why they give this is another reason why they give you those social media or those suggested friends. You may have been on my page, and somebody of my friends may have commented something, and you click the like button because you agreed with what they said. Now it registers because you clicked on it. And it says, okay, y'all should know each other. Now, if y'all should know each other, then at that point, we're going to suggest that you to meet. Then it's up to you, Jackson Jills, whether you want to be friends with this new person that you don't even know. But you might have just liked something that they said. So in that particular world, we do the same thing as social media marketers to expand our reach. Because if you have a friend that's attached to my page and then you see a post or an ad or something that I put up about a product that's for sale, if you clicked onto it, it's going to show up on your news feed. And if it shows up on your news feed, then all of your friends that I don't know is going to see that same ad. You see how beautiful this thing works? So one of your friends can buy products from me and they are not even on my page. But then once they buy it or they click onto the ad, it's going to take them to my business page and now they can see all of the products that I have. Ooh, that's how beautiful this thing is. Let me show y'all how we do this. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show y'all the quick way of how we create these ads and how we move and push products. This is one of my companies here, Kitchen Affairs Guru. So I'm going to show you how we do this. Now, again, if you don't have a business page, celebrity page, or public figures page, or an influencer's page, you will not be able to see this. You have to have that in order to be able to go into the algorithms and change it. Now, preset, depending on how you set up your page, depending on how you create your business page, social media is going to tell you how many people, right here, it's going to tell you how many people you can get to if I start running an ad. Now, this is all preset based on how we clarify the page or the business that we want to start. So if I was to run an ad right now, I can get to 1.3 thousand to 3.7 thousand people, and I can generate anywhere from 8 to 24 likes. My goal here is not to get likes. My goal as a marketer is to get people to follow. This is what DTM does. DTM, digital target marketing, teaches you how to get followers. Likes is not the overall objective. They can like it, but we want them to follow and then still like it. Because we have three types of fans, ladies and gentlemen. You have three types of customers. You have to, first, you just got a regular customer. These would be your ones that just come in and buy one thing. They might not never buy anything else from you again. Two, then you have fans. Fans are people who like your stuff and they have bought multiple times. Fanatics is the best. And I'm giving y'all some of the DTM teaching, but that's okay. Fanatics are the ones that when people come onto your page and they start talking about that's that cheap stuff from China, a fanatic will defend your business. Not only have they bought and bought multiple items, but they know that the quality of the items, because of your credibility, they will go to bat for you. Think of the number of people, and this is funny right here, because a week ago, a friend of mine, again, Sister April, love Sister April. Sister April came out and said, she posted that she can tell the difference between fake cereal and real cereal, or knockoff cereal, or generic cereal and real cereal. And I posted, cereal is cereal. And she said, oh, I can tell the difference. It gets soggy quick and it takes waxing. Maybe true. Might be true. But I did her a cereal challenge. And all of the friends that's on her page, I offered up a cereal challenge to go and get a box of Fruit Loops and then walk down the aisle and get a bag of Fruity-O's, take the Fruit Loops, pour them out, and pour the Fruity-O's into that box. And then roll it up and stick it back in the refrigerator. Stick it back in your cabinet. I can bet you $1 to a dime. The people who eat that cereal, they're going to eat it and don't even question it. Now, why did I say that? Because the products and the service that we offer, ladies and gentlemen, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Nobody knows the difference until it's pointed out of a difference. No, none of us. And I said this in a book, one of my books. We don't owe companies our brand loyalty. We don't. The first time Kellogg's or Fruit Loops send anybody a check, I want you to come on this page and say, hey, look. And some of us been buying name brand stuff for years, and that manufacturer has not sent anybody a single check. They haven't even sent you a coupon to say thank you for your purchase and buying our product. That's why I said. So when you're looking at stuff, you want to make sure that your credibility is intact because people buy from us because of you. They will buy from you because of you. And if you are putting your stamp on products and services, then they are trusting you. This is why we also teach you how to find reputable manufacturers so your credibility and your name never suffers. So let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Preset. Preset searches says that this is people that we can get, and this is how many likes we can generate. Now, this also says if you spend $35 over the next 7 days. We don't teach people to spend $35. In my program, I teach you how to spend just $30. And we're going to do either 3 days or 10 days. So either you're going to spend $3 a day for 10 days, or you're going to spend $10 a day for 3 days. Now, why I only teach $30? And I know for a fact it's some customers, it's some companies that I work with spending up to $1,000 to $6,000 in a month on ads. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a ridiculous amount of money because they're still stuck in the old paradigm of doing business. We don't do that. We teach you how to target just that audience. If there's a saying that says if you try to sell to everybody, you won't sell to nobody. This is why you see of a lot of us, we only have a one product store. In this business right here that you're looking at right here, my Kitchen Affairs Guru, I feature only certain products over a period of time. Now, this is what we call the general store. Then, now on the general store, we post a lot of products. We put a lot of products out there. But we are looking for the one that is taking off. The one that takes off, it gets to have its own featured page. You do not want to become the Walmart of the internet. We want to deal in specific merchandise, and that's a product that we can scale. So now, even while we're talking about these ads, I don't spend money on an ad until that product has started to move and make me some money. This is the only time that I will ever do this, what I'm going to show you, but I'm going to show you the beauty of doing this too, so you already know. All right, what we want to do, we want to change this goal from automatic. We want to change that to, listen here, check this out. Either we want to get more followers, get more likes, get more calls, or get more people to visit our website. So now let's see. Boom, we're going to check website. We never want to go for likes. Likes is not a customer for the long term. So now, be it that, well, let's just do likes, just so I can show y'all these numbers. And we're going to save this. Now, this is us changing from the preset setup that Facebook has said to us doing our own. This is the targeting part. Now, you want to come up with the ad creative, which basically says how do you want your ad to look, and then you can do all of that by use a post. So this is going to come up on people's when they see this page, when they see this ad on their newsfeed. This is what they'll see: this Kitchen Affairs Guru featuring my electric wine bottle opener, which is a great product, ladies and gentlemen. No more twisting of the cork, and then you got to pop it, and the cork comes out. This thing does it on its own. All you do is set it on top of the bottle, push the button, and it corks it, and then you hit the other side of the button, and then it pulls the cork out. Ooh, phenomenal $14.99 product for those of you who drink wine. Now, the description, you'll type in whatever description that's based on the product that you are selling. I'm not going to do that because I want y'all to see how we get these numbers. And then we scroll on down. So we're looking for page likes, and then we never check this button right here because it's not about credit, it's not about employment, housing, or social issues, none of that stuff. I stay away from anything, the top three, what I call the big three. I stay away from race, religion, and politics. That has nothing to do with my product that I am selling. But if I say something race related, politic related, or religious related, I'm going to piss off a lot of my customer base. So I stay away from those because that has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. Now, this is the part that we get to that's great. The audience that I want is not this preset audience that give me these numbers. I want to change this. Boom. So we hit the edit button. And this comes up, ladies and gentlemen. This electric wine bottle opener is not going to be beneficial to people that's 18 years of age. So we're going to move this to 21. People who are legally, can legally purchase alcohol. And I'm going to leave this at 65, and I'm going to say all, men and women. Now, to this part right here. Now, I want you guys to keep this in mind. Remember this 1.3 thousand to 3.7. Keep that in mind. I'm going to change this location that's already pre-checked because it says in the United States, 25 miles. We're going to get rid of this, and we're going to type in worldwide because this bottle opening, it pops up right here, worldwide. Boom. We just changed the numbers right there. I want to sell this product, this electric wine bottle opener, all over the world, not just in the US. And then I'm going to ramp this mileage up. You can't get 50 miles outside of the world because you'll be in the water, but we still want to open up that base. And then we come on down here and we detail targeting through what we want to put. Now, you see all of these preset right here? This is all preset. It has nothing to do with electric wine bottle opener. So we're going to get rid of all of it. Again, get rid of everything that doesn't relate to our product or the service that we are providing. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to type in wine. Wine is an interest. Boom. I'm going to type in winery because everyone who has researched or looked for wineries, we're going to type those in. Then I'm going to look for wine bottles. You can basically look and see everything that's in here that you can check. And this is all folks, all of people who have used keystroke keywords. It makes it easy. It makes it easy. So now we're going to come in here and we're going to hit food and wine. And we're just going to keep typing in wine until it keeps giving us something that we need, sparkly wine. People who have sparkly wine or drink sparkly wine, they still need a bottle opener. And then I'm going to type in red wine. Huh. Look at here. Look at here. Look at here. Now, keep that in mind, 1.3 to 3.7 thousand. Sparkling wine tasting. We're going to Google, we're going to check every one of these that connects to our product, dessert wine. If you people who drink wine, most likely they're going to have a wine cellar. That's their big money. Or they're going to have some type of wine place that they house and hold their wine. So we want to utilize all of this. Total wine and more. Let's just see what we get. Now, this is just a few keyword descriptions of people that we have specifically targeted. Now, I'm going to come down here. If you look right here, ladies and gentlemen, right here at the bottom, 3.9 to 3.5 million will now receive our ads. You're welcome. You're welcome. Just with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just with 9 keywords. And so, in essence, we're going to use 9 of these as hashtags. All 9, we're going to hashtag wine, hashtag winery, hashtag food and wine, hashtag sparkling wine, so forth and so forth. And that jumped our reach from 1.3 to 3.5. Then we're going to save this. Now, every day 415 to 100, 1.2 thousand are going to get this ad as it directly relates to our product. Again, remember, selling to everybody, we won't sell to nobody. So out of that 3.5 million in a perfect world, let me get back over here so you guys can see my face. In a perfect world, ladies and gentlemen, if we sold to all 3.5 million, I would be lying to you to tell you that you will. And that would be false advertising. Again, in this space, it's all about credibility and reputation. So out of 3.5 million in a perfect world, that would be lovely. We would all be millionaires. Huh? I'm just telling y'all what God loves, and He don't love nothing but the truth. In a perfect world, to sell to 3.5 million, we would all be millionaires. I hate clapping the proof, but it just seems like it fit. So what we target now is that, hold up, let me get back over here. So what we're targeting now is the 1.2 thousand, the 1,200. Now, again, this is the like page. We want people to follow the page because a follower, a fan, and a fanatic. We want them to convert. Now, and this is in my system, I show you how to do a conversion from a fan to a follower, from a follower, a fan, a follower to a fan, from a fan to a fanatic. We show you how to convert. Sometimes you can go straight from follower to fanatic based on the product or the service that you offer. But now we focus on this 1,200. We focus on these 1,200. Now, again, we're going to change this to just, all I teach is $30. And we're going to move this from 7 days. We're not going to spend $30 a day. We're going to spend 3. Now, I should have told y'all guys this number will change once we put in our dollar amount. Because now you see it went from that 400 to 1,200 to 2.4 to 7,000. Oh, just that quick. Based on how we label this and how we target our customers in 3 days. This is going to reach 7,000 people or in between that number. Now, you guys have heard me talk about too, how to change your zip code. This is how we change our zip code. And I tell my clients all the time, write down what number will change your life. Let me stop sharing. Because you guys have already seen how we do this. And it's not hard. And this is how we go after that audience. This is how we go after that audience. We specifically target the ones that will benefit us. So out of that 4 to 7,000, whatever number you come up with in your head, I don't care what that number is, that's you. I generally say start with how much you make in a month. Write that number down. Because when you get into this business, that's your first goal, ladies and gentlemen. Your first goal is to match what you make on a job, and this is part-time. So if you're working on a job and you put in 8 to 10 hours, I tell my clients to take half of that time and put it into your own business. Now, let's just say for the sake of kicks and giggles, you're making $5,000 a month. That's your first goal. You need to make $5,000 a month in your business. So now this is called replaceable income. You have now replaced what you waking up out your bed at 6 o'clock in the morning to an alarm clock, having to get your children and your family ready to go to school or whatever the day may be, or to the babysitter. You have now matched that. That's your first goal. You have now matched that, and now you can start coming up with the second phase of your plan as a time for you to walk away from your job. Now, however long it takes for you to hit that matching number, that should determine how much grind you put in. You can't go 1 to 10, ladies and gentlemen. You got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, so forth and so forth, numerical order all the way to 10. If you do every step, you will get there. Now, this took me 7 years. But by me knowing all of the places where the bombs are, you should get there faster than I. Mm. You should get there fast. It shouldn't take you 7 years to get there. It took me 7 years to come up with this program, this system. And I spent a lot of money by taking other people's program, and it was masterclass after masterclass after. Send us more money for masterclass. Digital target market is not designed for you to stay with me forever. Mm. Because I kept saying, why am I keep spending all this money to learn something else? And all I'm doing is just on the hamster wheel, still spending money. Now that's under the old. I mean, some people, hey, I'm not knocking their hustle, but digital target marketing, me myself, you're not supposed to be with me forever. It's kind of like belief and knowing. You're not supposed to be a believer all your life. At some point in time, you should know who God is. If he hadn't proved himself to you after 30 days, then you might be believing in the wrong thing. You might be a part of the wrong system if you are still in that system for a long duration of time. Because once you know what I know, and once you start to see the replaceable income first, then the passive income, and then after that, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call making money in your sleep. When you can go to bed and wake up the next day, and then you got orders out the wazoo, and you got to sit here and go to order. You done made all kind of money in your sleep. And that's just not even worldwide. That's just in the United States. Because on the East Coast the East Coast to the West Coast is 3 time zone. It should be people. So if it's 9 o'clock on the East Coast, it's 6 o'clock on the West Coast. So while you're in the bed at 9, it's people still ordering out in California. It's people still ordering your product out in Seattle, Washington. And then you wake up and boom, you got money on your books. You got money in your account. So once you start seeing the money comes in, your belief should start to fade because now you are know. I know that if I do DTM the way that it's set up, or any other product out there, or service or company like mine, whatever you're in, once you start seeing the benefits and the result, then you know that, well, I know if I do this, I'm going to get this, regardless of what product or service you have. This is what makes this business beautiful. So now, Walmart, the manufacturers who put their products in Walmart, they don't still believe that Walmart is going to pay them because Walmart already knew. You just can't come in here and not walk out with something. How many of you have actually gone into any store, not intending to buy anything, but you walked out of there with something because one, it caught your attention. Ooh! Talk to him, Robert. Once it catches your attention, then you start saying, well, I wasn't even coming in trying to buy that. That's how we do this. So, but then at that point, you know that it works. So now the manufacturers that supply their products to Walmart, they know that they're going to get paid because Walmart has foot traffic. My system is designed to get you foot traffic. Without traffic, you can't convert a follower to a fan. Because if he never clicked onto your page or never visited your website or never visited your store, you won't have any customers spending money. But you got to get the foot traffic. We go after the numbers first. So I teach you how to cast a wide net all over the world. It's kind of like when Jesus was teaching the disciples when they was out there fishing. Like it wasn't fish all around the boat. Why did Jesus just say the fish was on the right side of the boat? If you cast that net on the right side, it's a right way to do this. And then once he showed them, the book called Bible says that they pulled in the net and they had fish that couldn't even get in the boat. The boat was about to sink. That's why we do this. This is why we teach you how to cast that wide net. And then we pull in the multitude. And then when Jesus said, he sat there and looked at them struggling, trying to get that net in the boat, he said, now check this out. I'm going to teach you how to be a fisherman of men. Now, it's the same if you understand what I'm saying, but just to give it to you in a common, everyday content, if you have a product, ladies and gentlemen, even if you don't have a product, I have several clients that come in to this and say, because that's one of the things that I ask, do you already have a business? No. That's not hard. Well, you already don't have a product, you don't have a service. So, all right, here's the question. And I ask every last one of my clients this. If time and money was not an issue, what would you really be doing? Because a lot of people don't know their purpose. A lot of people they don't know their purpose. Not to say that they don't have a purpose, they just don't know it. Because we are bogged down with the ways of the world and everyday living. We haven't been shown our purpose because even if we were showed our purpose, even we were shown it, we wouldn't have time for it because I got to go to the children's baseball game. I got to go to the basketball practice. I got to go to cheerleader camp. I got to go to band camp. I got to work. I got a husband. I got a wife. So we bog down so we never even find out what our purpose is. So I asked the question, if you had the time and if you had the money, what would you really be doing? This is your purpose, ladies and gentlemen. Some people say come to me and they say, well, I just want to help people. Ah, now that's too broad. Because you can help people now. You can help the local mom or the homeless person down the road that's got the little cardboard sign saying, I have an 8-4-8. You can stop and get them a combo meal from somewhere for $7 and help them. You can do that every week if you chose to. But that's not your purpose. You got to, so my job as a coach is to narrow down and find out your purpose, your real purpose. And then when we start digging those layers, peeling that onion back, then people say, well, listen, I specifically want to help abused people, abused children. I specifically want to help people battered women. See, now we get into that we target the purpose to put them in a plan of a business strategy that they can do that. Now, I'm going to take just one of those and show you how we do it. At that point, I know what program to put them in. And I put them in this, I put in this program here. I give them a Craigslist game. You guys have heard me talk about the Craigslist game before. I'm going to show you how you can go to Craigslist, get free product, free stuff, put that into, now, if you don't want to spend the money on a building, but at that particular time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm showing you how you can open up your own thrift store. Thrift stores have made a lot of money. Now, if you don't want to go that far, if you got a garage at your home, or you can just go and find you a cheap storage building. Now, what you do, you set that garage or that storage building up, you state what they call staging. You've gotten all of this stuff for free. That costs you one dime. But then we go through the platforms of marketplace. Oh, You can have the whole, you can have the living room set up, the kitchen set up, the bedroom set up, however you want to set that up. So now when people come to see it, it's already staged, and now they can envision, here's the marketing, here's the marketing, here's the strategy. They can see it in their home set up how you set it up. Mm. You can do that, ladies and gentlemen, and that's free game. But now, as your business gets bigger and you start making money and you start saving the money that you're making in your side business, because now we're going to put you on a plan to say, hey, listen, 6 months, a year and a half. We want you to have enough money that you can now go and either A, rent a building, or B, buy a building. Now you've moved from that garage or that storage building, and now you have not only just furniture, now you got clothes. Get some of these estate sales. These people can't wear this stuff. Estate sales, I love estate sales because the children have so much disregard for what their parents have bought that they just want to get rid of it for free. And now, if you look at it, ladies and gentlemen, even if you want to get into the clothing market, there are social media influencers that purposely go to thrift stores and show you how to update wardrobe, and they call it retro. They even came up with his own name. That's how easy this is to make. Making money is easy. I saw one lady took some oversized breeches, some oversized pants that had the rubber in the way. I swear to God, they had to have been at least a 50. So in my mind, the person who donated or gave away the clothes, either they lost weight or had something to do so they can't fit the clothes no more. This woman did the video content. That's a part of the program. We show you how to create video content. She put her whole body in one of those legs and then pulled the other leg up over her arm and then rolled it up to where it looked like a throw over the shoulder, and one shoulder was neck. Oh, that thing was so fat. If I was a woman, I would have bought that outfit. And I said, she made one whole complete outfit out of a pair of pants that was too big. And then she took the thrift store purse and the thrift store shoes, matched them all up. So if colors, if you guys, if for you women or men out there, I ain't telling the men to put on a bodysuit, but what I'm saying is, if you know how to put colors together and match colors together, that might be the purpose. And there are people out there making buku money at the thrift store. Let that sizzle in your spirit for a little bit. And not only is she telling them, I don't know if she's selling these outfits or what, but she's basically giving them the game that they can go to a thrift store and have these thrift finds and come up with a whole new wardrobe. And this woman got 1.7 million followers that all watch her go to thrift stores and pull out outfits. Ain't that something? That's something. So now what happens is she has all of these followers. So every clothing manufacturer, every clothing designer, every clothing, anybody that got anything to do with clothing, they're going to start sending her stuff. Let's go back to Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner gets all of that stuff for free. And she don't even leave the house. If you watch her content, she walks in the house, bedroom to bedroom, bedroom to living room, bedroom to kitchen, or to the pool outside, and she takes her phone and takes pictures advertising the product. 250K Jackson Hills for every piece that she advertised. This is how, at that time, she was the youngest billionaire. She's richer than all of the other Kardashians combined. And the least talented, well, none of them really got talent, if you ask me. But she can command 250K. Now, how long did it take her to get that? Not long, because of the Kardashian name and the other sisters. So, hey, look, she had a leg up. No content creator, no social media influencer, or no social media marketer, nobody in my space can tell you how long it will take because we don't know your hustle and your grind. It's up to us to coach you. And for it's up to us to bring that out of you to say, hey, listen, if you're given a job 8 hours because you're trading your time for dollars, dedicate half of that to yourself to set yourself free. Because the quicker you get to matching your income, now you can start thinking about something that you ain't never thought of a day in your life, quitting work. This is why you guys see me with the shirt. Hashtag fire your boss. I never have to worry about somebody firing me. I fire them. I don't want to work for you no more. I'm already making the money that you already paying me. And I got to come in here. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Brother Ben X. And you guys have heard me talk about it. I took his program. Dr. Brother Ben X said something so profound. He used to work for FedEx. And he said he had the epiphany that if I work for FedEx, I get him 100%. I'm going in here slinging boxes 100%. And I want you to think about this too, because this is what my awakening was. Dr. Brother Ben X said, if I get him 100% today, I'm still gonna get paid the same time. If I give them 1,000%, I'm slinging my truck, this truck, and the next truck. I'm still gonna get paid the same thing. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. If you put 1,000% into you, whew, you're gonna get 1,000% of the reward. Now you get to the point when you match that money, no matter what dollar amount that is. That's not my business. My business is to help you get there. Could it take 30 days? Could it take 3 months? Could it take 6 months? Could it take a year? Yes. We all have the time. I have a lot of customers, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of clients. They tell me I don't have the time. All right, if you got the time, I don't want to waste your time no more. Keep the money. Because we all got the same time. None of us is on a different time than everybody else. I have a friend of mine that constantly always tell me, everybody's not like you, Robert. Why? You don't want better for yourself and your family? Why aren't you like me? And then for to have someone tell you you should get there quicker to the end than I did, because I'm leading you through all of the land, the minefield. Don't step on that ball. Don't waste your money over here. Don't spend no $1,000 a month on advertisement. Spend 30. You minimize your spending on the front end to maximize your profits on the back end. This is why we teach about where to go to LLC your business. This is why we teach how to file and properly file your taxes. So you're not just burning money. Mm. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I done gave y'all the nuts and the bolts and the best of the best out of all of this. So now you guys should fully and thoroughly understand what digital target marketing is. Overall, is I want for you what I want for myself. When this is my purpose, is to help you change your zip code. Huh? You can stay in the same city. But when I say change the zip code, I mean move to the other side of town where the money is. Even if you don't want to move over there, you can upgrade something. But whatever your desire is, this is what I said. When I stopped chasing the bag, anybody who follow me that knows me knows me. Y'all know I've been on that paper chase all of my adult life. But when I found out that wasn't my purpose, I'm gonna tell you, you can chase money all day long, and you'll never catch it. It can be right there within your reach, and then bam, something happens to make you gotta spend. I'll give you some example. You can be chasing after that bag, and then you need two new tires on your car. Boom, you just decrease the amount of money that you have been working. You're gonna be chasing after that bag. Then the refrigerator go out. You're gonna be chasing that bag. Your children may call you and say, "Hey, mom, my daughter called me 2 months ago. Said, Daddy, I want to play the baritone trumpet." I was like, "What?" I don't even know if she good, but the price of that thing, it was a couple bands. But if I had still been in the same mind that I was in 7 years ago, I would have had to tell her to wait. Let me put. Now I had to be teaching because as a parent, you don't want to disappoint your children, whether she's good or whether she's not good. If she's not good, she has a trumpet there, and now it's on me to keep her in the practice. So as it is in business, it's the same thing. You never know what's going to happen when you chasing the bag because you will never catch it because something is always going to come up. But when I stopped chasing, and the verse in the book called Bible that I love the best was was one of my favorites. Love the Lord thy God with all your heart and all your might, and love thy brother as you love yourself. Family, it's enough money out here for all of us to eat, and for all of us to eat good. Stop listening to people who tell you all of the negative about being set free and self-employed. Stop listening to those people. That's the first thing you got to do. Stop listening to anybody that don't have the lifestyle that you would trade places with. Oh, oh, let me say that again. Stop listening to people that aren't living the lifestyle that you would trade places. Behind that, if they do have the lifestyle that you want to trade places with, if they're giving you all of the negatives, let me tell you the science behind people who say more money, more problems. They're giving you all of these negatives, but they ain't never gave up none of their money. Huh? Let that sizzle in your spirit for a little bit. They got money. They're comfortable, but they telling you don't want to live this life over here. Why? Why you? If you want to get rid of the problems, get rid of your money. But they'll never do it. And it cracks me up sometimes because you got some people out here, they want to milk you. Just your regular college universities. And I posted about this in some video content. You can spend tens of thousands of dollars going to college. Think about this. Learning from a professor is, oh, here it is. If you are taking accounting at a college, major university, why is the professor not a multimillionaire? He's teaching you how to become a millionaire. He's teaching you how to have a business if you get a business administration degree or a business degree or whatever the case may be. Why he don't have his own business? He's settling for $150,000 a year, $200,000 a year as a college professor if he got tenure. He ain't got his own business. So you spend tens of thousands of dollars every year going to college when all of the top 4 billionaires in the world drop out of college, but they hire people who went to college. Y'all see the bananas in that in that thinking? So I'm telling you, DTM, did target marketing. Hey, I just want $200. 200 of your dollars, and I'm gonna teach you how to replace the income that you are making, so you ain't got to wake up to an alarm clock the rest of your life. But I'm the bad guy. Come on now, we got to do better, family. I'm Robert Muhammad with Digital Target Marketing. I got to get out of here because I have to be in another city in a few hours. So I just wanted to bless y'all with that information right quick. What is digital target marketing? Now you know what I know, and now you should be able to be saying, "Hey, look, teach me how I can replace my income. First, teach me how to match what I'm making on my job." Because the first thing I got to do is to get you from believer to knower. And that's the hardest part. We already know what it's like, family, to not have money. We know what it's like to be broke. At some point in time, we should want to come up out of that condition. For those, I mean, there's a lot of people out there, they satisfied with that. Anytime you hear somebody say it is what it is, they are satisfied with waddling in the mud. They are satisfied with living from check to check. Don't let that be you, because in today's time, the only person holding you back is the man in the mirror. I'll see you guys on the other side.